You guys have been asking for transporter content, so we have T5.1, but it is a little bit poorly sick. Not only is it a very nice shade of purple, we've got a debadged grille, loads of splitters, and I can see a cheeky little light bar hiding behind the grille. The wheel nuts are an acquired taste, but I'm not mad at them. We need to get it in the workshop, open the bonnet, and let's get into it. I don't actually have any time for customer work, but this is a very good friend of mine. He's going on holiday, so he's in a bit of a pickle. So I said I'll do it for him. It's got power steering issues. If I turn the steering without throttling, it's not happy. If I throttle it, oh, it's even worse. I believe it's the power steering pump. I hope it's the power steering pump, because that's what I bought. That does mean I'm working on the floor, rolling about on my back. My absolute favourite. Yay. I have got it on some blocks. I'm just going to jack it up a little bit to get some more room, because the power steering pump is right at the bottom. The AC pump's in the way, so my plan is whip the belt off, undo the AC pump, lower that down, undo the next. And we've got fresh fluid. Hopefully it goes to plan and it doesn't start raining. I'm still a little bit tired from only vans at the weekend, but we need to crack on. That does leave one slight predicament. I am wearing the newest DTE TV Only Vans Edition t-shirt, and I don't want to get it dirty. I've got the dark grey and I've got the light grey, and I'm not sure which is my favourite, but both are very nice. I will show you the light grey a bit later in the video, but I don't want to roll about on the floor and get a fresh t-shirt dirty. I'm going to have to put a jumper on in the sun. I love working on vans. I love working on vans. I love working on the floor. You can do this. It is red hot wearing this jumper. Let me show you what we're up against. Oh, typical. Never ready, wasn't ready. So, we've got air conditioning pump. Above that, we've already got what looks like a newer power steering pump. Not sure if it's a Chinesian one. I've got a BGA pump, which is a good condition one. We need to whip the belt off. I believe the tensioner's up there somewhere. My finger's in the way. Is my finger in the way? Finger will have to be in the way for a minute. Hopefully when I drop this AC pump out the way, there is enough room to get the power steering pump out. It better be, because it is underneath the subframe. We ain't taking that out, and I'm not taking the front end off. I have quickly glanced at the belt routing, the way it goes around the pulleys. If you think you'll forget, just draw it on a piece of paper or take a picture. Modern day pen and paper, no, that's backwards. Oh, belt is off. Oh, spanner's now in the way. Is it in the way? Oh, spanner's in the way. Spanner's out the way. I've got you guys magneted to the chassis. Hopefully I don't forget it's there and we take it for a test drive and I lose it. I can see 3 13mm bolts facing upwards on the AC pump. And I can see a bolt missing on the drain of the power steering pump, so I'll have to fix that. Hopefully there's enough flex on these hoses on the AC pump. We're going to find out. There isn't much. There is not much at all. Oh, this is not going to be fun. Need to get the pulley off. I love Volkswagens. I love working on the floor. I'm having a nice time. So, some time has passed. I've undone loads of bolts that were extremely difficult to get to. Like, extremely difficult. And I've even changed my t-shirt. I had a jumper on. The sun was beating down on me. There was beads of DTE deposits leaking out of my face. So I'm now wearing a non-branded DTE TV t-shirt. I haven't worn a different t-shirt in a couple of years, and it actually feels funny. Feels weird. When I say my t-shirts and jumpers and hoodies are good stuff, they really are. They feel comfortable. I didn't want them to be a gimmick, you know, oh, it's a barbecue, I'll wear DTE t-shirt, or I'm gonna cut the grass. I wanted you to wear this t-shirt, maybe out downtown, down to the pub, something like that. Had one guy send a picture onto the DTE Facebook page. He was at the Grand Prix in Abu Dhabi wearing my t-shirt, so it must be a good fit. Anyway, this ain't QVC, DTE, Dobtech, get on with it. Right, I am there. I think. I've got loads of weed killer. I mean, I collected all the power steering fluid everywhere. Everything's undone, but I couldn't get the pump out of this little hole. I undone the two front subframe bolts, still no movement, still no room for it to come out, and then realised I had it jacked up on the subframe. Of course it ain't gonna lower with it jacked up on it, so I put some axle stands under it. It's lowered, and I think it's gonna fit out. You guys need to come and have a look, see what I'm wrestling with. And you know what that means. I've got to get up, relocate the camera, lay back down, pretend I haven't moved. Oh, that's Steely. It's got loads of tread on that tyre. I'll be using that. My GoPro stand or my tripod was too big, so I've got you guys resting on the pulley of the power steering pump. Hello. And some other stuff. Please don't fall over because I don't want to reset it. I've got this flap debris firkin out the way, and I believe the only place for the pump to come out is under here. Oh, it's tight. I hope you can see. If you can't, I'm sorry. I've tried my best. Oh, there's another transporter here. No, sorry, mate. I don't work on. Oh, he's stopping as well. I've got the pump out. I've got to talk to someone, and we'll recap. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Not bad, you?
I'm upright and well. Well, that was pleasant. Nice guy. John, you interrupted me, but you was good, so I'll let you off. And guess what he had? A funny flappy noise on his power steering. You know, a lot of you transporter guys, a lot of VW guys I know would have heard this. When you're on idle and you're turning your steering left to right, you can hear a chirpy, belt flappy noise. A little bit to this noise. Hopefully it's the pull. I've been told to change the power steering pump. This guy turns up and his belt made a horrible flappy noise. It was slightly different to this noise. I hope it was. And he said to me, I think I need to change the alternator belt and the tensioner. I said, don't change that. It's not that. And what the noise is, it's the clutch pulley on the alternator. They spin one way or freewheel one way, lock up the other way. I know that because I've changed many. And in the earlier days, when you've got flappy belt syndrome or flappy tensioner syndrome, first thing you do is you change the tensioner in the belt and it's no different. It's always the alternator pulley. If that's the case on this, I've been told to change the power steering pump. This better fix it. I've literally just had an epiphany. And that's what that guy was here for. Well, that might throw a spanner in the works. And what happened was, the owner of this van was parking up and the engine cut out. And then when it restarted again, it had that noise. So he's told me it's the power steering pump. This is a cheap Chinesian pump in my right hand, and the new one isn't. It's having a new pump now as I'm here. It better shut the noise up. That has just completely thrown me off. Anyway, I said earlier in the video there was a bolt missing out of the oil drain. Well, there isn't. You either have the oil drain one way for one vehicle, one way for the other. So I take back what I said, there wasn't a bolt missing. I'm going to install this pump, contemplating, questioning my whole life choices. It better not be the alternator pulley. Let me just look, because on a 1.9 the alternator pulley is really easy to change. I say easy, it's bumper off, headlight out. But on this, it may not be. I'll tell you what, while the camera's rolling, let's find out. If I spin the pulley one way and it spins, and it doesn't spin the other way, so that's backwards, I think I can feel the clutch pulley working, so it is the pump. It better be. I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm going to fit the pump, stick the belt on, fill it up with fresh fluid, and you guys can be with me when I first turn the key. That better be the issue. All back together. Just need to finangle the belt back on, but I just had a moment. 2 moments. First one, delivery driver dropped off some parcels, probably AliExpress, better hide my address. Some weirdos out there. And he's a non-English driver. He turns up, he said, he didn't say anything actually, dropped some parcels off, and I said, is that for 24A? He said, yeah, Ned done. I said, yeah. I said, only on the Monday. He said, who else is here on the Monday? I said, sorry? He said, you say only Monday. I said, oh mate, it's my sense of humour, it's not very good. He said, what, joke? I said, yeah. He said, not very funny. I was like, okay, my missus said so too. So that didn't go well, but I got my parcels. Belt on. Now the spanner's stuck again. The second one, which was a good one. It was a good one. This old pump is very stiff to turn. Can we see that in the shot? The one that's on there, the new one, spin it and you can hear it squelching. So that one is definitely knackered. I think I'm there. Let's get some fluid on it, fire it up, and not cry myself to sleep. So I've got to do it all again. Redo Ricky, they call me. Yeah, this is the light grey, and we've got the dark grey, the new print. I love this design. Check it out. Love it. Light grey t-shirt, dark grey print. I love this t-shirt, but it's not very friendly for me in the workshop, so I'm only wearing it for you guys for this shot. And I've also, I forgot about that, I'm holding the mic because this is now soaked in power steering fluid. If I clip this in, it's not going to end up well. Am I going to spill it? Only a little drip. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to run it up, turn the steering left to right, that bleeds the air out, and then, nothing humping out the bottom, I'll get my sucker tool and I'll suck all that fluid out, because that will then mix with the dirty stuff that's in the system. I'll suck that out and I'll keep putting fresh in until that looks nice and clean. Looks nice and clean anyway. Come on. If you remember before, oh, and also, when I said about diagnosing this, I said on idle it sounds noisy, and then when you rev it above idle, the noise goes away. But what happened in the start of this video? I revved it and it sounded worse. So it definitely isn't the alternator pulley. Please don't be the alternator pulley, please don't be the alternator pulley. You have to clutch these later ones. Yeah, happy days. Oh yeah, that's lovely. Golden, silky smooth. I will drive it round the block to bleed the fluid out, and as I say, I will suck the fluid out. Oh, I just touched something, it's my t-shirt dirty, and put fresh fluid in. Only took about half a litre. Yeah, happy days. I believe that's a fix. Let's get it outside and have a little walk round it, because I haven't really showed you much about this van, and I want to have a look too, because it is very nice. It's quite nice actually. Back on all fours, I've been for dinner, come back, I've driven it, I've sucked the fluid out, put fresh in it, sucked the fluid out, emptied the bottle in, fluid is fresh, steering is brand new. I just wanted to show you a quick walk around of this van. It's my good friend Adam's. He was always at a Caddy meet, and in the videos he had the white Caddy with bright orange wheels. He did then change it for black wheels, the rotiforms, but you probably know him by his orange wheels. He's just bought it, and what a sweet van. How nice is the colour? I like the back lights. They're quite nice. The wheel nuts are a bit, but I guess they go with the van. I like the concaved of the wheels. Nice stance on it as well. The wheels poke out just enough. Yeah, what a nice van. It's got the right amount of windows in it. I've had vans with no windows. I've had vans with loads of windows. I've got dummy glass in my rear quarter, but I think I'm loving the one window. Yeah, very nice. Interesting colour. The missus was sold on the colour she is having her Caddy until she saw this. She's like, oh, that's a nice colour. I said, well, I haven't bought the colour yet. I haven't bought the paint for her van, so she can still change. Now, he has just spent the weekend in this at my OnlyVans show. We've got rock and roll bed, pretty nice. And then we've got a massive worktop. Shall we look in his cupboards? Hopefully there's nothing in there that I shouldn't be showing. Oh no, nice bedding and stuff. Adam, I'm sorry for rooting through your van. Oh, look at that, we've got all the gear in there. We've got the Cheerios, brother John. We've got the ketchup. Yeah, nice. The only thing I like, let me close his cupboard. They're pretty nice. The only thing I like in a van, zoom out, I like 2 captain seats. So if you're driving, you can get in the back nice and easy, tend to the kids, or just get in the back. The double seat doesn't let you do it, so you have to get a driver's seat base, bolts in on the passenger side, and then you put a single seat in the passenger. Some people like double seats. I like 2 singles to be able to sliver through and back. Last little inspection, no leaks, happy days. Little butchers under the bonnet. It's got old school, it's got a bonnet prop. Adam, when you see this video, you can just fit a gas strut from there to there and do away with that, which is nice. Cap's tight, bottles full. Yeah, I do love a transporter. That one is jobbed. And as I say, I've got no time for customer work. I have got to get on with the Mrs. Caddy, because she's asking for it almost every day. If she says, any new Caddies turned up today? I said, nope. She said, good. Have you done mine yet? Just waiting for 2 more to get picked up. I've still got the grey one here, and I've still got the white one we done the axle flip at the show. Hopefully you see that video before I've just mentioned that. Either way, I don't know. Don't forget to check out the merch store, DTE TV.net. See you guys in the next video. I'm out.